So we're back with another reaction for Bleach Rebirth of Souls, man. We're not going to waste any time, man. We already knew that Nell was going to be coming this week because we had things leaked last week, man. So we're going to hop straight into this trailer, man. But today's anime question is going to be, let me know in the comments, what is your favorite ability that we actually get revealed from Nell today, man. Let me know what your favorite move is. And if it's anything you might be interested in, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn the bell, do all those nice things. And if you want to see more anime game content, make sure to join the Discord pinned in the description, man. But we're going to go ahead and look at this, bro. So as you know, we watch these trailers and then we go back and we break it down after, man. I'm expecting to see her maybe, you know, reflect some moves. Hopefully they use her signature move where she can, like, reflect a Ceros. She can absorb it and shoot it back. So let's see what we got, man. Ooh, the Formatriz Espada. Okay.
I'm not going to kill you.
So they got it with the Zanpakuto first. Ooh, I think this is a new map. Not bad, not bad. Normal slash. What is that? Was that just like a counter? Oh, that's pretty cool. She summons the... Oh, she summons them. That's pretty cool. Okay. Now we're going to get to see her actually use her Resurrecion. Awakening. Yes. Resurrecion. What? Very surprised that we didn't get to see her signature move. Maybe... Okay, maybe that was it, actually. Okay, we're gonna have to go back and break this down. So let's look at it. Okay, so we break her down. First thing I gotta say about this character, man, after looking at some things, I really appreciate the model. This might be one of the best looking models we've had, like that they've shown from the trailers. They really hit her character design very good, so I appreciate that. Here we go. So it says high intercepting power due to long range abilities and a signature move that capitalizes on abilities. So we can actually see that she has quite a few ranged abilities when we actually see her gameplay. So spiritual pressure move 1, it's gonna be Viento de Esperanza. Nelliel charges towards the opponent and it thrust hits, the attack delivers into a continuous attack. Since an additional attack can be utilized by using the signature move, it is advised to accumulate the gauge for an optimized attack. So we'll talk about the other part once we look at the signature move, but this one is basically just like, you know, typical what we see with some of the other characters. If you land the first strike, you're going to get the follow-up strike. And it doesn't look like it's armor and it looks like it has a little bit of a slower activation, but if you land this, you're going to be able to hit up with some following blows. The signature move is going to be what actually pairs with the spiritual pressure move 1, and it's going to be the Cadena. Holding input increases the ability gauge. The accumulated gauge will be used when a spiritual pressure move is utilized, causing an additional attack. So we actually get to see from this, he's using the spiritual pressure move where she's slashing, but we see at the end she fires off a Ceros. This is basically Nell's signature ability where she can absorb, you know, spiritual energy. Also, she can absorb Ceros and she can shoot them back. And we actually get to see this in the combo. So it seems like you're going to be able to add additional strike at the end of your combos, like especially your spiritual pressure moves, whenever you actually control things. So this seems like this is going to be pretty good, especially if you can absorb, you know, other Ceros that come from other Espadas as we get more Arancars and things like that in this game. This character is going to be very good, I think, from being able to use your opponent's power to overpower them. And then the spiritual pressure move 2 is going to be the Ceros Sincereto. And this one is basically you summon Pest and Donchachara to fire an oversized Ceros. It says it has a particularly long range and high damage, but it takes time to fire off. And we can actually see it does take some time because you actually have to summon them, they have to drop down, and then they have to put the Ceros together, and then they have to fire it off. So looks like this one is, like I said, you're gonna have to actually get some space to be able to knock this one off. But I think it's pretty nice that you can also get close with her because you can just fight close up with Nell, or you can also use your spiritual pressure moves to get some distance and also shoot off some ranged abilities. And then the Awaken is going to be by Nelliel releasing Gamonza with Resurrecion. Her attack motion changes, making it easier to gain advantage that utilizes long range attacks from outside the opponent's attack range. So we see a drastic change in the moveset because she's basically using her Resurrecion form where she has 4 legs now, and she's basically kind of like, you know, like a horsewoman, and it's pretty crazy how much she's able to move around. I'm expecting you to have better movement speed when you're actually in this form, and we can also see that her attacks are significantly different. So you're going to be fighting 2 different characters depending on when she's in her normal form and her Resurrecion. So some people might use Resurrecion to try to throw their opponent off and switch the playstyle to make them have to learn a different way of actually defending against Nell strikes. But now that we understand everything, man, let's go ahead and come back here and look at this trailer again, man. Like I said, we always appreciate them making everything unique to the character. Former Trace Espada went back to her previous form. She can let out accumulated strength in a single burst, man. So I'm very curious how much of this you can stack up from her absorbing the Ceros and just, you know, spiritual pressure moves. I'm very curious how much she can absorb. What all can she absorb? So we can just see a basic auto combo right here. Then we're going to see the spiritual pressure move 1. She dashes back and then she activates the spiritual pressure 1 move. And we can see the follow-up boom boom. We don't see the Cero because it doesn't seem like she has any power accumulated. We see here that Ukiura doesn't even attack or do anything, but eventually she comes with a strike, and then the final part is the Cero, which is actually her move. We see the spiritual pressure move 2, where she summons Peshta and Donchachara, and they fire off a Cero, which looks like it does some pretty good damage. I don't know how easy it is to dodge this. See the same animation that we always see, and I've already said this, but like I said, they got a new map. We're actually in Hueco Mundo, which, you know, I think is pretty nice. We've definitely been getting quite a few maps confirmed. This is probably the thumbnail right here. I like this shot of her, you know, transforming into a Resurrecion. This is very nice. And then we get to see her in her Resurrection form, and we can see that her movements are a lot more, you know, harder. It looks way different, so you're going to have to adjust to a whole different type of play style once she actually goes into a Resurrection. And we also don't know if there's going to be health recovery or anything like that from this transformation, since we saw that Ukiura got it. So this is going to be pretty interesting. Then we get to see a final shot of her final move where we see her firing off the Cero, and then we get the shot of there with her full character model. Okay, and we decided to come over here to the website just to look at some things that maybe we might have missed from Izuru. And the only thing that I really thought, you know, that was like, you know, worth talking about, we've already seen, you know, all this stuff that they've been talking about with this character. I think maybe one of these moves we didn't see, which is maybe the double sword dance, but pretty sure we saw most of this. But one thing that I thought was pretty cool is with the Wabisuke count, as you know, as he continually strikes you, once the meter gets full, he's going to reduce your movement speed. But we see right here, this is pretty key, that the Wabisuke count increases and the weakening attack occurs even if it is guarded. So this is very key, man. Even if you're guarding against this guy, he is still going to be getting his meter up. So I think this is very cool, and I think that this is very, you know, accurate, lore accurate, man. So I think Izuru is definitely going to be one of the characters that is going to be on my list of maybe wanting to play with them, man. But let me know how y'all actually felt about the Nelliel gameplay. Who do you think we're going to see next? Since it seems like they've fully transitioned to Hueco Mundo, we might start seeing some other characters, man. I'd really love to see a Grimmjow trailer. It seems like my boy Shinji is just getting farther and farther away from getting a trailer, so man, it looks like I'm going to be waiting to see the visors. But I mean, I know a lot of y'all are probably excited if they're going to continue with the Hueco Mundo trend and start showing Grimmjow and some of these other Espadas and stuff like that, man. But let me know in the comments how y'all felt about this video. Let me know which of Nell's abilities did you like the most. I definitely like that she can accumulate spiritual power, but I want to see how this is actually going to work when we actually get to play the game. But make sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn the bell, do all those nice things, and I will see y'all on the next trailer next week, man. We out.